What's going on with YouTube? It's your main man Fortunes, and we back again with another video, man. We appreciate y'all so much for tuning in and rocking out with us, man. Big shout out to everybody out there that's doing their thing in this young sneak game, man. Thank you so much for your love and support, man. Keep commenting, like and subscribe, do all those good things for us to help this channel to grow to a whole nother level. Man, appreciate y'all so much for your love and support, man. Put a little ticket in the comments, man. Y'all came through on that last video, man. We appreciate it so much. We appreciate y'all for the love and support. Remember, if this is your first time to the channel, man, make sure you follow us and keep following, because this could be the channel for you. Because we do on feats, we do sneaker news, we do sneaker reviews, we buy shoes, we sell shoes, and we do on this channel and so much more. So remember, if you're liking the content that you find on this channel, then share it with a friend. But remember, if you don't, your mama taught you, if you don't have nothing nice to say, then man, let's get back into it. Remember, because Fortunes is a finesse and nothing less than a man. Y'all know the rest of it. What is going on, y'all? It is about to blow up, man. It's crazy. So, man, they did have some. Marvel has had a lot of successes as of late. So the reason why I'm talking about this is because a couple weeks ago, people were uncertain of the future of a lot of these comic book movies, these MCU movies and stuff like that. But they came out with this D&W movie, people are calling it, you know, the Deadpool joint with Wolverine, and people are going crazy. People are going crazy. Then they announced Robert Downey Jr. is coming back. And so, man, just in a couple weeks, the entire perception changed. It is crazy. So, I mean, I know this is a sneaker channel particularly, but what I'm about to say here actually does apply to sneakers. So we just had news that there is going to be, yes, again, another Sneakers Day. Man, and we are so excited, right? Okay, they're going to be dropping the Travis Scotts and the Lost and Founds and the Pine Greens and the restocks of more Travis Scotts. And the Jordan 4, Bread Reimagined, the Military Blues. What else could they do? They're gonna shock drop it all, right? Okay, so let's rewind. Okay, let's rewind for a second. Do y'all remember last year's Sneaker Day? Man, they're gonna have Lost and Founds. They're gonna have Pine Greens. They're gonna have Travis Scott, Mocha Highs, Lows, all kind of. Do y'all remember last year's? Do you remember? Okay, none of that really happened, did it? No, man. What shoe did they drop? What shoe was it, y'all? Go ahead and tell me. It was the St. John's Dunks. Okay, now give me a perception perspective here. If you remember that day, it was, I believe, the time that the prices in sneakers started declining was after that day. So the perception of sneakers changed to me. In my personal opinion, you guys don't have to agree with this, but it felt like after that day happened, and it was a miss. It was a serious miss, y'all. Because they told us all this stuff, all these sneakers were going to restock, and they were going to have shock drops, and throughout the whole day. Now, I think in Europe, they did have some really good restocks and shock drops, but what happened over here? What happened? You know, releasing the St. John Dunks. Apparently, the St. John Dunks used to go for like $300 or $400 at one point in time, and once they restocked them, it put the price all the way back down to retail. So I actually was able to get a hold of a pair of those St. John Dunks, and that was one of the shoes I sold when I was just getting started to start to sell sneakers. And there was somebody in my circle that was like, man, I'm really tight on money. And I was able to sell that shoe for a profit, that I was able to help someone in my circle out with some money. And so, man, and back then, like you said, I didn't have very many sneakers that I was selling. I maybe only had 10 pairs or something like that. Now it's a lot different. So I will like to tell y'all that I have been selling sneakers for a year. It's been a year, and it's felt like 10 years. Okay, the first shoe I started with was the Jordan 1 UNC. And that was the first shoe that I went after to try to resell it. So I told everybody in the barbershop, I told everybody at the job, I told everybody in my family, I said, okay, I'm going to go out here. And this was my whole plan. And now today, this would not work at all, okay? I said, look, I'm going to go out here and I'm going to buy this Jordan 1, right, for $180. And then I'm going to resell it for $250. And I'm going to make $70. And they were kind of looking at me like, that's all you have to do? I said, yeah, that's all I got to do. And it's, you know, looking back at that in a retrospective of buying a retro, man, that was so many things wrong with that plan. And it was going pretty good. People were paying for that shoe close to $240, $250. And now you can't even give that shoe away for $170. If you can get $180 or $170 for that shoe today, you will be doing really good. You will be doing great. But man, you couldn't pay people to take that shoe. So again, the perception and the perspective changed, I believe, from that day. So here we are again. We're coming into another Sneakers Day. So I do want to talk about another pair that did release and did drop on that day. Because remember, I remember it like it was yesterday. Okay, because here's the thing, y'all. We have to get excited about stuff. I mean, we don't have to, but we should get excited about that. Because what's to lose? You know, what's not to like? And before we get into it, I did forget to tell y'all about what we got on feet today. Man, so I did go up to a concert last night. I went and saw this nice young band, Infinity Song, man. They're doing their thing. They're kind of a young band, you know, really young, but they're really good. Got some soul and blues. I honestly think they got a genre for everybody out now. But I did rock these to the concert. Man, check them out. Bam! So, man, we got the Air Force One splits. Man, I know what y'all saying, man. Air Force Ones ain't hot no more. But, man, I'm bringing it back, man. So, of course, y'all already know what I'm going to complain about this shoe is the sale midsole. What the heck, man? This ain't no Jordan 1. Anyway, we got too much sale going on, but I actually do like it. I like how it blends. And if you see the Nike swoosh on this side, look what they did on the other side. So it's gray here, black there. So this is the split. They have some really dope colorways of these. I actually really like them. But again, it's not for everybody, but it is for me. Any gray Air Force One, man, I'm about to consider. I'm about to entertain the idea. So I am trying to do more with Air Force Ones because I feel like, you know, if you can cop a shoe that ain't nobody rocking, that's kind of cool. I mean, people did play it out. They played it out. But, man, back in 03, man, this was the shoe. This was the shoe to have, man. So, back to the Sneakers App Day, I do remember some of the shoes that were being talked about. You had the Playoff 8s, and you did have the St. John Dunks. Now, the Playoff 8s, that was a shoe that completely took me by surprise. I didn't think anyone would want that shoe. Anyone would be messing with that shoe. And, man, was I wrong. Man, the dude at work was like, man, Playoff 8. Playoff 8. And I said, man, bro, what you mean it's Playoff 8? Brother, man, come on, ain't nobody trying to get that shoe. And it sold out. Like, man, that shoe is reselling for almost $300, man. It's crazy. Again, we live in a world where some Jordan 4s are going below retail. And, man, that Playoff 8 is still doing numbers. Anyway, I do have here one of the other shoes that they did drop on Sneakers App Day. And y'all already remember this, right? Okay, it was a Jordan 4. I'm going to pull these out just for namesakes. And it's still DS. I never wore these. I did actually take an L on this release, which is weird. Because it was like back at that time, at that point going forward, all the sneaker prices started to drop from that Sneakers App Day. So their miss calculated into several misses and overproduction, and they really shot themselves in the foot. So hopefully they'll learn from last year. So let's check out these shoes, man. We got the red cements. Do y'all remember when these dropped on Sneakers App Day? Bam! Okay, so man, it's crazy because this shoe was super hyped, sort of, not really. But again, okay, here's the problem that they did with this shoe. they made it so it was to be told as the poor man's fire red 4. Okay, so that was one problem. The second problem was they said we're gonna make 200,000 pairs of these, and they shock dropped it. Okay, so that was cool. They shock dropped the red cement. They're like, oh man, it's gonna be the best shoe of the summer. Best shoe of the summer, hands down. The problem with this shoe is if you already had the fire red 4s, then you didn't need this shoe. You didn't need it. They could have did a different color. They could have did a purple cement, a yellow cement, or something else. But if you already had the fire red 4s, why would you go out and buy these? You know what I'm saying? The second problem with these is the third or whatever, they said that they only were going to make 250,000 pairs of these. That was it. That was it. Okay, tell me why I look up a whole year later, they still restocking this shoe. They restocked this shoe so many times, it was insane. It was to the point where it was like, dude, y'all still restocking? They restocked this shoe so many times that it was pointless trying to resell it, almost. So, I mean, once you restock a shoe 10 times, it's like, dang. So, like, the Palominos in this shoe got restocked so often that it affected the resale prices. So then it got to the point where they said, okay, we're going to do this. Okay, this was the dagger. When they did that Royal Reimagine. When they did that, man, do y'all know that Royal Reimagine? Man, they came up with that shoe, and it bricked so hard, and they made 1 million pairs of it. 1 million. And so, I mean, come on now. So it got to the point where they made so many pairs of that shoe, and so many people bought it. You're never going to get your money back from that shoe. You're never going to get it, because now you got to put it on sale. People don't want it. They know it's a brick. Oh, man, it was a nightmare. Logistical nightmare. So anyway, y'all, what we have to look forward to in this Sneakers Day, so there was Sneakers Day, and there was also Nike App Day. Okay, do y'all remember that? Because I do. I remember it like it was yesterday. Okay, now, Nike App Day was about 10 to 20 times better than Sneakers Day. Because when they did Nike App Day, they actually gave us more stuff that we wanted. It wasn't exactly what we wanted. There was no Lost and Founds, there was no Pine Greens, there was no Thunders. But there was some interesting restocks, and there were some shoes they pulled out that they restocked that hadn't been stocked in a couple years. A couple years, man. So we'll talk about that in another video, because I still do remember some of the restocks. Okay, so we're going to talk about that in another video, man. We appreciate y'all so much for tuning in and rocking out with us, man. Keep taking care of all those people that do all those good things for us, man. And remember, man, go ahead and wear your shoes, because you don't know what could happen tomorrow. Same way Kanye said, nothing's ever promised tomorrow today. So, man, go ahead and wear your shoes, because we don't know what could happen tomorrow. So, man, we appreciate y'all so much for tuning in and rocking out with us. And if we can't catch you on the flip side, we got to catch you in the next one.